11. And the last one, I want you to yell as hard as you can and put everything you've got in it. 12!
I'm Emma Jackson and I'm a lecturer in sociology here at Goldsmiths.
Thank you, Emma. And how long have you been on strike? How many days?
This is, I have to think about it, this is day 12, so it's been quite a long stint. So we're into our fourth week now.
And what's the experience of being on strike been like? We can see already that how energetic
yeah, I think for me, the experience of being on strike and on the picket line has been really positive. I've met so many people from across the departments in the university that I've never met before and had some really interesting conversations. And with students too, you know, I've had some great conversations. The art students have been really active here. We've had some chats about thinking about education outside of the classroom and thinking about strike as a form of education. So that's been fantastic. Obviously, striking comes with a lot of anxiety as a teacher, you know, especially in the run-up to the strike. Actually, you can feel the anxiety, and you know, the students have been very supportive, but obviously they're also anxious about their own work and, you know, coming to the end of term here. So I also carry anxiety for the students, but then the support's been fantastic from the students.
I'm Michelle Williams-Gamico. I teach on the Fine Art programme here at Goldsmiths. I feel we're so close. I feel we're really strong, and I don't wish to stop now. The Picket has become this hugely rewarding and productive space, and finally a moment to say I do have something to say, and I will say it for my students on the Fine Art programme, the ones that have been showing up. They've been denied a studio, and you know, it hurts to know that they're paying ludicrous fees and that they don't have access during strike days. But what they do have is this open residency.
I'm Hunter Hardstrike, but I'm here on behalf of my good friend Christopher Bond, who's in BA Fine Art in second year. And these lecturers were there when the student riots were on, the student protests were on, and I wasn't there. I couldn't be there. And now this has come up, and the conversations are not just about pensions, even though that's a big part, because that could be my future one day, but in a sense, the conversation's about how to make a new university, and that's been so stirring for me.
What have I learned from being on strike? There's a couple of things really. I think one of the things that we've all talked about is by stopping work, you realise how much you actually do and how much unpaid hours we work, and actually just stop. Something that's been, I really miss teaching, I miss my students, I don't miss the email and admin. Sort of stepping away from work emails has been quite liberating. So there's that side of things, thinking about what it is that we do and how we often overwork, and to some degree do that to ourselves as well, because there's a sort of culture of overwork. But I've just learned, I mean, without wanting to be sentimental, the things that I think are really precious about Goldsmiths and that sense of community and radical spirit is real and can be found here every day. So it's affirmed to me what's really precious about this place.
And that's the kind of conversations you've been having here on the picket line?
Yeah, 100%. And in student staff forums, in student-led forums, the power's trying to go horizontally for once, and it just feels incredible. And as a BA Fine Arts student, we're taking our work out the studios, out the gallery space, and onto the street. And that's what performance used to be. It's got a massive history of being political, so it's a new education really. I don't feel like I've lost anything by being here.
Thank you ever so much. Would you like to tell us a bit about your performance today?
Well, I feel like Goldsmiths is a big fan of disciplinary action. So we're going to teach them what a strike really means. So we've got some light level whips, and yeah, we're going to give it a good old spanking.
And show us your mask, please.
Well, it's pretty complicated to get it back on, but essentially there'll be pictures on the event. But it's a pretty strong look, I think, and it's been very fun on the picket line for people to have a look at. 6. This one's a big one. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And the last one, I want you to yell as hard as you can and put everything you've got in it. 12! And maybe one flop. Thank you.
So the fight here is wider, and I think that we're doing something useful, and I just hope that I hope that we win. That's all I can say.
What would you say you've learned over it's been almost a month, hasn't it?
That sometimes you've got to put your money where your mouth is, and if you're going to talk about radical politics and being a university that brands itself as radical politics, when the time comes, better use those radical politics. Otherwise, what's the point? When you've got tens of thousands of pounds over debt with you, it makes you act in erratic ways when you feel like that's been taken away from you. So I can understand why people don't support it, but all I would say to those people is, if you want this to be over quicker, and if you want a university that's better and fairer, this is what happens and this is the way things are achieved.
Thank you ever so much.
I mean, I think the huge resounding reaction against the deal yesterday shows the strength of feeling amongst the branches. And this is happening all over the country, so we're getting mobilised and organised, which is brilliant, and we need to keep that energy and take that forward. So that's one thing, is we've got to, you know, things will be on pause a little bit over Easter, but we have to be ready to rally and get this back together again as we need to.
I think what I've learned is that I've got a lot more radical fight in me than I realised, and I'm showing up for a number of reasons. I'm showing up for myself, and I'm showing up for my students who need some visibility from their lecturers, because they're actually incredibly supportive of us, and that's good, you know, to have their support. So is happening here, I think, it feels quite bitter that we cannot stop now. This is the situation, because I think what I'd like to actually start dealing with is overturning things like tuition fees. I think that in a way we're in this mess because we didn't fight harder sooner, you know, and I think that the pensions happens to be the key issue here, and that we need to protect if we're to kind of protect any kind of respect for colleagues, what they do, that it means that we are going to have to affect assessments and examination procedure if we're to have any kind of clout here. That's not what I want, but it seems that we've come too far now, and a level of being stubborn is required for a decent deal to be found. So I guess we're not stopping. So.